Well, much of the media have mocked the existence of unidentified flying objects. The US Pentagon has been studying this subject for quite a long time and apparently will soon release some of its findings, which remain classified. According to a new report in the New York Times, the US government may have physical evidence of, and we're quoting, off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. Huh.
Okay, dude, you ready?
I know words, I had the best words.
Well, we did it, boys. Just when we thought 2020 couldn't get any wilder, here we are. So the Pentagon just yesterday, well, we all saw that the Pentagon released those crazy videos of the UFOs, of like the Tic Tac thing, and just those. It was all military footage. If you didn't see it, I'll give you a backstory. It was all military footage. The Pentagon released 3 videos that they confirmed are officially unidentifiable flying objects, meaning that no known craft within our military or within the spectrum of known military crafts of any nation on this planet, these things did not act like anything that we are aware of. The Pentagon released 3 videos, and they're really interesting. Especially one of them was really crazy. I think it was the first one that they released with the where it starts to like rotate. It's very bizarre. And but just yesterday, the New York Times posted something, again, about the Pentagon and UFOs. Let me read it to you. So it's called "No Longer in the Shadows. Pentagon's UFO unit will make some findings public." Despite the Pentagon's statement that it disbanded a once covert program to investigate unidentified flying objects, the effort remains underway. So despite that they said they weren't studying the phenomena anymore, and that they basically almost had a smear campaign on anyone that believed in that these kind of things, like, oh, you're a lunatic, you know, that whole time they never stopped. It says they renamed it, and it was tucked away inside the Office of Naval Intelligence, where officials continue to study mystifying encounters between military pilots and unidentified aerial vehicles. It says here that just last month, in June of 2020, they had this appeared in the Senate committee for budgeting for the coming year. And the report said that there's a program that's called the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force, and its purpose was to standardize collection and reporting on sightings of unexplained aerial vehicles, and was to report at least some of its findings to the public every 6 months. Fuck. Okay. So it's interesting that really interesting that the conspiracy theorists, well, they've been saying a couple things. One thing, the crazy ones have been saying, like the ones that are really to the extreme, have been saying that they're all pedophiles. They all kidnap children and have sex with children in secret islands and underground places. That's what they said for many years. I remember Alex Jones saying that like 10 years ago or something. Well, okay, well, that's not even a conspiracy theory anymore. That is actually true. And another thing that people have been saying is that the UFOs, that they've been preparing us for this stuff to be declassified, that they've been slowly indoctrinating us to be able to accept that we are not alone. And people were even saying that 2020 will be the year of disclosure, where you know, it's confirmed that we are not alone, and that there are visitors that come to this planet. So it is interesting that this stuff is coming out this year with all these conspiracy theorists. It's just 2020 doesn't even seem real, is what I'm trying to say. Here's where it gets really, really strange. In March, astrophysicist Eric Davis, who spent years working as a consultant for the Pentagon UFO program and is now a defense contractor, gave a classified briefing to the Defense Department on what he called off-world vehicles not made of this Earth. In other words, spacecraft. The bombshell, quote, came in the latest UFO report from the New York Times, which we were just going over, which has owned the beat for the past several years. I guess that's a little nudge to New York Times for being a credible source. But this week's Times report says that while the program to study mysterious aerial vehicles was renamed and moved to a different part of the Pentagon, the effort remains active. And Luis Elizondo, the ex-director of the predecessor program, and Times, that the new program is moving forward to an era of transparency. Fuck. You know, I will be so happy if aliens are real. We've had evidence of it, and they're like, okay, it's time for us to start telling people, because we're coming into the modern age. We have all this technology. It's going to be pretty soon where maybe they just start visiting us because, I mean, hey, it's hard not to notice that we are becoming an advanced technological species. So it's like we have no choice but to start telling people. That's my fantasy, at least. So let's continue. It's no longer has to hide in the shadows, he said. Indeed, the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force is now obligated to make some reports to the public. Elizondo said that among a small group of former government officials and scientists with security clearances who, without presenting the physical proof, say they are convinced that objects of undetermined origin have crashed on Earth with materials retrieved for study.
According to the New York Times, the U.S. government has physical evidence of some sort of vehicle made not on this Earth. Is it what it sounds like?
Well, it sounds that way to me, Tucker. I just, I never want to speculate what the government truly has, but I would say there's stuff out there. I mean, the four of us that chased the Tic Tac in 2004 will have attested to it multiple times that what we saw exceeded anything that we had in our inventory, far superior to the airplanes that we were flying in at the time they were brand new. So I would say, yes, there's something out there.
Former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid is quoted in this article also. Reid said that he believed that crashes of objects of unknown origins may have occurred, and said that any recovered materials should be studied. So these are Pentagon consultants. These aren't just, like your uncles or your, whoever, your crazy, like, conspiracy theorist friends. These are people that are consulting with the highest ranking officials in our systems, in our military, and in our government. And they are saying that, like, it looks like they're saying that we found some other worldly vehicles. This is posted by the New York Post, and it starts talking about the Davis guy again. And it says that Davis said that he gave a classified briefing to the Defense Department agency this March, during which he elaborated on off-world vehicles not made of this Earth. Marco Rubio, acting chairman of the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, told a Miami CBS affiliate earlier this month that he wanted more clarity from the task force as a matter of national security. We have things flying over military bases and places where we are conducting military exercises, and we don't know what it is, and it isn't ours, Rubio said. That's what Marco Rubio said. Frankly, he said frankly, that if it is something from outside the planet, it might actually be better than the fact that we've seen some technological leaps on behalf of the Chinese or Russians or some other adversary that allows them to conduct this activity. So he's saying, like, hopefully it is aliens, because if anyone else has this kind of technology, we're fucked. So what do you guys think? Is this the age of disclosure? I am pretty convinced that nothing is even real at this point. I mean, like, what the fuck is 2020? I saw this funny meme. You know how, like, the world was supposed to end in 2012? It was like whoever decoded the Mayan calendar was actually just dyslexic, and the world's actually going to end in 2021. This is just proof that I'm ready. I got this when I was like 15 years old. The reptilian aliens. The reptilians are the ones we got to watch out for, the reptiles. But anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is shit gonna start unfolding soon? Like, what's going on with all this Pentagon UFO stuff being released this year? Is it just distractions from some sort of crazy stuff that's going on in the shadows that, you know, it might be even crazier than UFOs? I don't know. I don't know what's a distraction and what's real anymore. I don't even know what's real anymore. That's period. Like I just said. No, I think this is the Matrix. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up and watch my podcast, A Place for Humans podcast. I talk about aliens and I talk about all kinds of cool stuff. So I think you'll like it. A Place for Humans podcast, found on Spotify, iTunes, and here on YouTube. See you guys next video.
Do you think the U.S. government has concluded that this is not Russia, China, or some other country?
I'm pretty sure of that, you know, just by some of the phone calls that we have gotten, some of the people that we have talked to in the government, that they are unaware of what this is. And I think that ties directly with the East Coast sighting with the gimbal video. And I'd be willing to say, just because I'm in contact with a lot of these people, that there are more incidents that are starting to come out, that people are starting to report inside the government channels of things that they've seen. And I think you're seeing it from people in the past, because it always had that taboo to come out and talk about these things. You're now finding people from the past that are saying, hey, I saw this, I just was never told to report it, or when I did, I was told not to say anything.
Yes.
So I think since 2017, the world is starting to change because of the publicity, because of the attention of the Senate and the Congress, because of people like Marco Rubio on the Intel Committee of telling the DOD, hey, I want to report. I think you're starting to see more and more of that. And I would say if the government does have stuff, and I don't know what they have, but if they do, I would think that, you know, there's probably stuff. If you go, Roswell was 73 years ago. If something did happen, because there's a lot of speculation that there was something other than a weather balloon,